Hey there and welcome back. Today we'll be breaking down the new king of solo PvP. Now this might be up for debate, however this build we are breaking down today will do amazing in Mist and Corrupted Dungeons. We have seen this weapon before, but with the changes in the upcoming patch, we know that a few items surrounding the original builds will be nerfed. We are talking about the one and only Carving Sword. Now before we get into the build, I will be announcing our next giveaway. I'll be giving away 30 days premium to one East player and 30 days premium to one West player. In our past giveaways, we've had a lot of West players win these, so I want to make sure that we include our community playing on the East server. To join the giveaway, you'll need to comment with your in-game name and server. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and I will run the giveaway on May 12th live on stream. All the details will be in the description. Now without further ado, let's get right into the build. For your helmet, you have two options. You can have the option of going with the Hunter Hood, which is something that I use for Retaliate and which is great to reflect damage. However, with the upcoming nerf bringing this down from 100% to 85% reflect, the next best option will be Fiend Cowl. With the Fiend Cowl, you will take Purge for your D. This will remove buffs like shields, boost movement speeds, even the reflect from Hunter Hood. The first instinct your opponent might have is to run, so be ready to purge their movement speed. If you see that they are fighting back, look for a good place to use this like an immunity shield or reflect that might stop you from damaging them. For your passive, go with Aggression for the increased 3.5% damage. When it comes to your armor piece, there are also some upcoming changes. Usually two strong choices would be the Mistwalker Jacket or the Mercenary Jacket. However, the Mistwalker Jacket will be getting a nerf that will cost 16% energy instead of 9% when using Mist Cloud, and you will receive a 20% slow while in the Mist Cloud. The Mercenary Jacket will also be receiving a nerf on its Bloodlust. You will heal 50 per tick instead of 54. With the armor piece that I recommend is the Jacket of Tenacity. You will look to use Dynamic Defense as your R. Now the benefit of Dynamic Defense is that depending on your enemy's weapon, you will increase your magic resistance and magic damage, or increase your armor and physical damage by 25%. When facing an enemy with a physical weapon, look to negate their burst damage with this ability, and look to use this when putting out your big damage for the increased 25% damage. Since you won't be doing magical damage, depending on your opponent, you might want to switch your R to Infernal Shield, which will increase your resistance to damage and reflects 38% of the damage that you take as magic damage. For your passive, you will take Balanced Mind for the increased 4% damage. Now your weapon will be the Carving Sword, one of the best weapons in the sword tree. You will do massive damage, lower resistance, provide catch, and have the opportunity to outplay your opponents. For your Q, go with the Heroic Strike, which will deal damage and provide you with one Heroic Strike. Each Heroic Strike will grant you 9% movement speed and 12% attack speed. This can stack up to 3 times. For your W, you will run Splitting Slash for the most part. This will do a huge amount of damage and crowd control to your enemy. This is a great ability to lock down your enemy and kill their mount. The other option you can go with is Parry Strike, which is very useful against Cursed Staff. You will become immune to damage for 0.8 seconds, which will work great to counter the huge bomb from Cursed Staff players. It will also reflect any other damage that you receive. Unfortunately, the Cursed Staff bomb cannot be reflected, but you can still immune it. Now for your E, you will have Fearless Strike, which charges you towards your targeted position up to 11 meters and does a huge amount of damage to all enemies that you pass through. You will also reduce your enemy's damage resistance for 6 seconds. So look to follow up with bigger damage right away. Now depending on the amount of Heroic Strike stacks that you have, the more damage resistance you will negate. For your passive, go with Deep Cuts for the increased damage. For your boots, you will take Soldier Boots. This will provide you with toughness and increase your defense, as well as Rejuvenating Sprint, which will boost your movement speed and provide you with some healing. For your cape, you will go with Thetford Cape. This will do some initial burst damage with the Chain Lightning, hitting your enemy. For your potions, I like to go with either Resistance Potions or Healing Potions. This will be your preference. When it comes to your food, you can go with Beef Stew for the increased damage or Pork Omelet for the cooldown reduction. Now if you are new to the game, I highly recommend putting some time into this build and gaining mastery and specialization. This is a build that will make you silver in the long run. As we all know, the better that you are at PvP, the more silver that you will make in the game. I hope you all enjoyed this video and gained some value from it. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can also join and become a member and gain access to exclusive content, badges, and emojis, which can be used on all videos or when I'm live. I stream almost every day from 9 AM to 12 PM Central Time or 2 PM to 5 PM UTC. So stop by and say hello.